Hey everyone, Robyn Openshaw here. I'm the green smoothie girl online for almost 19 years, but also I started this Robyn Openshaw Bitcoin channel just a month or two ago because I feel like just as important as medical freedom is our financial freedom. And so if you like this channel and you want to learn in bite-sized pieces, I try to keep most of my videos to like 15 minutes. So be sure and click the subscribe button. That way YouTube will put this in your feed. So today I want to talk about why, even though it's been over 5 years now that I bought my first tranche of Bitcoin, and I couldn't be happier about it, and I wish I'd gone in bigger and faster, and everyone does, I want to talk about why I committed time to it. It certainly isn't that I need more things to do and that I'm not already busy enough and that I don't already have a full-time job. It's that this is a war of ideas. And it's really hard to get people who are really firmly entrenched from a whole lifetime in the traditional finance system to see that in your 401k and in your 60-40 portfolio, where you're 60% equities and 40% bonds, and maybe you hold a little gold and that's your hedge against the failing dollar, it's not going to work. It's not going to work for Gen X and millennials and Zoomers. And so I really feel like more of us need to be out there speaking up about Bitcoin. So there's three things that my moral code requires me to speak up about. And that is, if I see a pregnant woman, I will offer to buy her a book about vaccines, because while she's pregnant, she's a lot more likely to listen to the danger and the harm to her baby of the childhood vaccination schedule than she is after she's already injected her baby with a bunch of them. And I sure wish that somebody had come up and told me that. And another one is that if I'm walking past a neighbor and they're spraying Roundup, I force myself, even though I don't want to, and I know that it's likely to offend them, I force myself, or it could be a landscaper, to stop and say, do you know that there's been billions of dollars in payouts for that stuff causing cancer? Because you know what? I don't want my neighbor, when she's got advanced cancer, to be so, she's never going to be so glad that she didn't just bend her knees and pick those weeds out of her driveway. So, and then the third thing is that I've added to that short list that I speak up about Bitcoin. And then I tell people, especially right now it's April of 2025, and you can get Bitcoin for $85,000. It's been as high as $109,000. So even though that sounds like a high price, you can get it for lower than that, and you don't have to have $85,000. You can buy any portion of a Bitcoin. And there's just dozens of videos that you can find out on YouTube that make the case for the fact that with zero point 0.1 Bitcoin, which is it's probably more than most people are ever going to own, you probably will have yourself a really nice retirement, because it's going to go through the roof and it's got so much momentum behind it. And the biggest thing is, and this where it beats your 401k and your real estate and your Roth IRA and so many other things that you might be invested in right now, even gold, is that you can't make more. There's going to be 21 million total Bitcoin ever. And that's the difference between Bitcoin and the dollar. I mean, you're mostly spending your dollar right now digitally anyway. So it's not the central bank digital currency. It's the people's money. You can hold it on a cold wallet. The government can't take it from you. If you wanted to, you could literally bury it in your backyard and just memorize your 12 seed phrases and never even dig that cold wallet up again. Just remember your 12 seed phrases. So anyway, Bitcoin, I've warned you about it. I just want to make sure that you can never say that I didn't tell you about it. You can buy it on an exchange. Please do come to our classes on Wednesday night. I've been doing them every Wednesday for 4 years, and the people who've been in our classes are beyond happy about how their wealth has gone through the roof. So Remember, there's a war of ideas out there. There's the people who are staying in the old system. They're stuck in the old system. They think their 401k and their Roth IRA and their 60/40 portfolio is going to get them where they want to go. But if you just look at what bonds pay, and you look at how much your life costs now versus what it did in 2019, you know you've lost half of your purchasing power. That's called rapid inflation. We're not in hyperinflation yet, which is double digit annually, and America's never seen that, but lots of countries in the world have. So how do you protect yourself? You get in an asset. Bitcoin's the asset where there's only ever going to be 21 million of them. So nobody can print more. And by so doing, debase the purchasing power of your currency. So get something going in Bitcoin. Zero is the wrong number. Maybe it makes you nervous. Maybe you need to start showing up on Wednesday nights. We'll put the mastermind down below. But in the meantime, because I've had people tell us, well, we're really financially suffering and we can't afford the really quite small amount of tuition to be in our mastermind. Where can I get started? Well, this Bitcoin channel is where to get started. So I hope to see you in our Wednesday night masterminds. But meantime, please do subscribe to this channel. And I just want to point out to you that we need more people in the Bitcoin army. There's a few 100,000 of us worldwide. Some people who were buying Bitcoin in 2017 are just regular people who are now billionaires. And as time goes on, years and years from now, people I think will be forced to use Bitcoin, and they didn't get to front end run all the public companies and the governments piling into it like we're going to have now. So right now you can front end run the US Strategic Bitcoin Reserve and all kinds of governments and public companies and pension funds and cities and counties starting to buy Bitcoin and driving the price up. So you can front end run it now, do something that you're comfortable with if your conviction isn't high enough, and then stick around and learn with us so that your conviction is tested by all your questions and we answer your questions on Wednesday nights and really radically change your future, because lots of people on YouTube are making the case that zero point 0.1 Bitcoin could be an amazing retirement one day. So thanks for learning with us. Please click subscribe and share this with your friends.